Hey guys, today I was wanting to bring you a video about the new expansion that's coming up for Star Wars The Old Republic. It's supposed to come out in spring 2013, assuming we make it to spring 2013 and don't die in 2 days. It's got some pretty neat content in it, and the price is $20 for free-to-players and $10 for current subscribers, and I think that's actually a pretty good deal, in my honest opinion, because you know, instead of paying $40 no matter what, it's kind of cheap. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about in this expansion is the new level cap, which is 55. And because I've been wondering, will it just be another 5 levels with a little bit of story tacked on? You know, because there's going to be a new planet called Macab, I think that's what it's called. And, well, I'm afraid the 5 level cap, or 5 levels they're going to add on is just going to be like, you know, go up 5 levels and barely increase the gear. It's not going to be anything big. But I'm hoping for, you know what I mean, like a big increase in like item level or gear score, whatever you call it, so that way, you know, we can start to see exponential increases in strength, so you can start to feel more like a badass Sith or a Jedi Master or something like that. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the new planet Macab itself. I have read and heard that it's supposed to be a really big planet with a lot of story-driven content, and if it's a 5-level planet, then, you know, that's going to be a lot of content, especially if it takes longer to get from 50 to 55 than it did from 45 to 50, because there was a lot of grinding and experience, and, you know, just the regular MMO crap that was added in for that. But if it is a big story-driven planet, then they're headed in the right direction. They're learning, because players don't want to have to move around planets constantly, you know, a couple of levels at a time. I mean, sure, you stay on a planet for a while, but I want an area, a really big area that I can just go out and explore, not somewhere where I have to just complete a couple of missions and level up a couple of times and then move on to another planet that I have to get completely used to over again. So that's what I'm wanting to see in Macab. The next thing I want to talk about is the Cathar race. I don't really have that much to say about it. You know what a Cathar is if you play the game, and if you don't, just look at the picture. They're cat people, and they can be Jedi or other stuff. That's all I know, and well, that's awesome, I think. I don't really have that much to talk about right now, but I will be bringing updates the more I learn about this expansion. I'm going to let you know everything about it before it comes out, so that way you know what to expect when it does, and if it's worth it. I mean, if it sounds worth it. Another thing is, though, that if you pre-order before January 7th, you get to play 5 days early, which I think is kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because you'll be running around like at level 51 or 52 or 53, 54, 55, doesn't matter, just whatever you get to, while a bunch of other people are just going to be level 50, and you know, like those elitists that didn't pre-order by that time, or, you know, I mean, I guess if they're elitists, they were going to anyway, but, you know, people at level 50 are going to be like jelly of your plus 1 or 2 levels. I don't know. One more thing I want to talk about is what I would like to see in the expansion is a few more battlegrounds for PvP. I'm a big PvPer, and I love PvP in any MMO because I just like the thought of going and beating down other actual players. It's actually pretty awesome. But they have been adding, you know, they've added Novair Coast and the Ancient Hypergates, and those are 2 really good maps, but I would like to see, you know, more PvP maps. I'd like to see longer PvP maps with more players, maybe, and maybe cross-realm PvP matches, and then for flashpoints and operations, I'd like to see more of those, and have those cross-realm for the group finder, you know, if that could work out. I mean, like it does for World of Warcraft, and it works so well. I mean, sure, you're not always going to be happy being matched up with other people, because, you know, some people aren't that fun to play the game with, but it would be a nice feature to see, you know, it's a good option, and it would, I don't know, I mean, I think it'd make more people interested in the game. Okay, so that's all the information I got. Be expecting another video before long for more updates about this expansion or anything else Star Wars The Old Republic related. because I've recently resubscribed and I've got back into it because it just seems more fun than it did before. I mean, it might be because there's more people running around due to the free-to-play, but it still is a lot of fun, and if you don't play this game, I think it's worth checking out, at least on the free-to-play level. Sure, there's a lot of restrictions, but I say at the same time, they didn't even have to make it free-to-play at all. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Okay, so I'm out of here for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Keep checking out the Atomic Sea Llamas, and I'm out.